Hi, and welcome to another edition of PraxHacks. Today, we're going to be talking about tips for writing your best argumentative essays. This is focusing on the 5723 Praxis test. However, these tips could also be used on any writing assignment where it is an argumentative essay. But before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor. Our sponsor is Upside, the app. Download the app, and the Upside app actually pays you money to do things like buy gas or to buy certain food items. You get real money back. Now, perhaps you're one of those people who don't like to link their bank cards to an app. You can also get gift cards. But Upside, get the app, get real money back. Use the promo code UWVQ4 and you will get an extra 15 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Real money back in your pocket. Let's get started. So, with the argumentative essay is literally the argumentative essay. You're going to be picking one side or the other. It's not the wishy-washy essay, it's the argumentative essay. So don't sit the fence, it used to be called. Don't try to cover both sides. Pick a side of the topic. Some of the examples might be that for example, gap year is often a topic that they like to use for these different essays. You might be given a statement something like, a gap year helps students prepare for the real life and then go into college with a better outlook on the world. So you would be picking a side, either yes, I agree with it, or no, I disagree with it. But the main thing that I'm trying to get across to you here with this slide, pick a side. Next, you want to write, and this is going to be kind of help you decide which side to write on, is you want to pick the side that you have the best examples for. So let's say you get a topic and you really, going back to that picking a side is difficult for you. You're like, I can see both sides of this topic. What am I going to do? Pick the side that you have the most evidence for or can think of the best evidence for. Let me give you an example. A lot of times, practice topic will be something about school uniforms. School uniforms are good for schools. Maybe that's something simple like that. Well, personally, in my heart of hearts, I kind of really don't like school uniforms. I like seeing kids have their individuality. However, as an educator, I can cite really good examples and think of studies that's been done where school uniforms control behavior, they level the field of socioeconomics, and they also often reduce bullying. So see how I can think of better examples and better reasons to be for school uniforms than against school uniforms. So again, right to the side you have those strong examples for. Also, remember your audience. We've talked about this in a couple of the other videos. Your audience is teachers. Your audience is former teachers. Think about a side that's going to appeal to your audience. If your scores, and then we just talked about there are teachers or former teachers. It's easier for them to agree and give a good score rather than something they disagree with. And I know fundamentally this is kind of wrong, but if you agree with something, you're probably going to give it a better score than if you disagree with it. So keep your audience in mind. Write to your audience when in doubt. Another good tip is, I call it the 3 or 5 paragraph structure. So, argumentative essay, you should have an introduction and you should have a conclusion. Each one of those should be a paragraph. What the difference between the 3 and the 5 structure-wise is this: what are you going to do in the middle? Do you want to put your at least three examples or details or supporting evidence? You're going to put that all in one paragraph, or are you going to break it up in so that each bit of evidence has its own paragraph? Both structures are effective. However, the main thing to think about is time. Do you have time to write 5 strong paragraphs? With 30 minutes, you might think so, but I'm going to say this is one of those things you want to practice. Get a topic and then practice writing that many paragraphs. If you find that you can only write 3 good paragraphs in 30 minutes, keep to that structure. However, if you think you're going to be able to get in 5 good paragraphs, then go with that structure. I would hesitate to write a 4 paragraph structure because it's going to look and feel like you're leaving one of your details out. Again, you need at least 3 good supporting details for your side of the argument. Okay, so some of the topics, I'll just touch briefly on this because I'll get into it more in one of my other videos, but some of the topics are things like school uniforms we talked about, gap year we talked about. We also, you might see something strange that's been popping up recently is space tourism. Those are some of the things. They're not highly controversial, but you got to pick a side and then write about it. Okay. So if you want more information and more help, remember we have a book out on Amazon, PraxHacks, and then we've got various study guides. If you like this video, please share with your friends, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We try to put out content every day. And also, drop down in the comments some things you want us to cover on future episodes. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you again here on PraxHacks. Thanks.